Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're looking at AI in action, and I've got to say, some of these advancements are straight out of science fiction.
It's truly an exciting time to be witnessing this technological revolution.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking personalized medicine,
Mhm.
education that adapts to each student in real time, AI that helps farmers grow more food. It's like we're on the verge of becoming a Type 1 civilization, harnessing all the energy on our planet.
It's a pretty mind-boggling concept, isn't it? The possibilities seem
They
endless.
really do.
Yo.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today, how AI is actively shaping our world.
It's about understanding not just the technology itself, but how it's being applied to solve real-world problems.
Exactly. So let's jump right in. First up, we're going to explore AI in medicine. Specifically, this DeepMind AI that's using genomic data to predict how patients will respond to cancer treatment. It's like having a doctor with superpowers, analyzing your genes to create a hyper-personalized treatment plan.
It's incredible work, really groundbreaking. By sifting through these massive data sets of genetic information, the AI can spot patterns and identify subtle indicators that human doctors might miss.
So it's like having a second opinion, but from an AI that can see things we can't.
That's a great way to put it. And this leads to more effective treatments, potentially with fewer side effects, which is something traditional methods often struggle with.
Wow, that's amazing. I can only imagine what kind of hope this brings to people facing cancer. What are the chances of survival now compared to, say, 5 years ago before this tech?
It's hard to give a definitive answer because it's still early days, but the potential is huge. There are already studies showing this AI-driven approach is significantly improving outcomes for some types of cancers.
It really is revolutionizing how we approach cancer treatment. No wonder hashtag AI cancer breakthrough is trending. Okay, let's switch gears now. Let's talk about education. I was reading about this AI platform in India that's tackling literacy and numeracy, especially in areas where lots of different languages are spoken. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Absolutely. This platform is really changing the game when it comes to making education inclusive. It uses natural language processing so it can understand and interact with human language to personalize the learning experience for every student.
So it's like having a personal tutor for every student, regardless of their background.
Precisely. Imagine a platform that adjusts the difficulty and pace of the lessons in real time based on how each student is doing. If they're struggling with a concept, the AI can provide extra support. It's like having a learning buddy that gets you.
That's so cool. And it makes sense why hashtag AI education for all is gaining so much traction. People are seeing how AI can make quality education accessible for everyone, no matter where they live or what their circumstances are.
It's not just about access either, it's about effectiveness too. This AI can actually figure out the best way to explain something to each student so learning becomes more engaging and has a bigger impact.
It's like AI is breaking down all these barriers to knowledge and opportunity. That's powerful stuff. Okay, ready for our last stop.
Let's do it.
All right, this one's about food security. There's this AI system in Kenya that's helping farmers boost their crop yields. It predicts weather patterns and gives them data-driven advice on things like planting and irrigation. It sounds pretty futuristic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a fantastic example of how we can use AI to tackle real-world problems, especially with climate change being such a big concern. This AI analyzes a ton of data, from satellite imagery to soil conditions and past weather patterns, to give farmers these personalized recommendations.
So it's like having a super smart farming assistant right in your pocket telling you exactly what to do.
Exactly. It can tell them when's the best time to plant, how much water to use, even what kind of fertilizer will work best for their specific soil and crops. It's all about giving farmers the knowledge and the tools they need to make the best decisions, which means more food production and a more sustainable system overall.
And this isn't just for Kenya, right? I mean, this kind of technology could revolutionize agriculture everywhere, especially in places dealing with food scarcity.
Absolutely. It has the potential to address one of humanity's oldest challenges, how to feed a growing population in a way that doesn't harm the planet.
It's incredible. And no surprise that hashtag AI farming innovation is trending worldwide.
People are definitely recognizing the potential here.
It's really amazing to see how AI is already making a difference in so many areas of our lives. We're talking about fighting cancer, making education more accessible, and ensuring we can feed the world sustainably.
It's like we're entering this new chapter in our relationship with technology, where AI is stepping up to help us solve some of the biggest challenges we face and create a brighter future for everyone. It's really inspiring to see how AI is being used to create positive change in the world. It's like we're at this turning point, this new era where progress is driven by this incredible force for good.
It's amazing how our perception of AI has shifted, isn't it? Remember all those sci-fi movies where AI was the big bad villain, this threat to humanity? Now we're seeing it used to actually solve problems and make people's lives better.
Exactly. And that change in how we see AI is so important. It allows us to really embrace the potential without getting caught up in fear. It's about seeing AI as this powerful tool we can use to shape a better future.
And speaking of shaping the future, you mentioned earlier this idea of becoming a Type 1 civilization, harnessing all the energy on our planet. Could AI actually help us get there?
Absolutely. Think about it. AI can optimize how we use energy, make our cities and industries way more efficient. It can speed up the development of renewable energy sources like solar and wind, helping us transition away from those fossil fuels.
So it's like AI is giving us this roadmap to a more sustainable future.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the technology itself, right? It's about the people behind it, the ones using AI for good.
You're absolutely right. The human element is crucial here. AI is a tool, and just like any tool, it can be used for the right reasons or the wrong ones. It's our responsibility to make sure we're using it ethically, with the well-being of humanity and the planet as our top priority.
So it's more like a partnership, humans and AI working together towards a common goal.
Exactly. It's about collaboration, not competition. But of course, with any powerful technology, there are potential downsides and challenges that come up as it becomes more and more a part of our lives.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of concern about AI and job displacement, robots taking over everyone's jobs. How do you see AI impacting the future of work?
Well, it's true that some tasks, even entire jobs, will likely be automated by AI. But I think it's important to remember that AI will also create new jobs, new opportunities. It's all about adapting.
So instead of focusing on humans versus machines, it's about humans, A&D machines working together.
Exactly. I think the future of work will involve this partnership where each leverages their unique strengths. AI becomes a powerful tool that can enhance what humans are capable of, free us up from repetitive tasks so we can focus on the work that requires creativity, critical thinking, things like that.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, throughout history, technological advancements have often led to new, often unexpected job opportunities. It's like this evolution of work.
Exactly. And who knows what amazing jobs might emerge in the future that we can't even imagine yet. Maybe AI will unlock entirely new fields of study, create whole industries, lead to innovations that improve our lives in ways we haven't even thought of.
The possibilities are endless. This has been such a fascinating conversation. I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of this massive topic, but unfortunately, we're running out of time for today's deep dive into AI in action.
It has been a pleasure exploring these breakthroughs with you. It's always so inspiring to see how technology can be used as a force for positive change.
Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a little something to think about. Which of these AI applications excites you most about our collective future? Share your thoughts with us. Join the conversation using hashtag AI in action. And don't miss our next episode where we'll be exploring how AI is being used to create a greener planet. We're going to be talking about things like AI-powered renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, smart cities. It's going to be another fascinating deep dive. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been exploring how AI is transforming everything around us, from personalized medicine to sustainable farming, all these things that are pointing towards a brighter future.
It's incredible the impact AI is having on so many different parts of our lives.
It really is. But before we wrap up this deep dive, I wanted to circle back to something we talked about earlier, using AI ethically and responsibly.
Yeah.
What does that actually look like as AI becomes more and more a part of our daily lives?
That's the question we always need to be asking. One key thing is transparency. We need to be able to see how these systems are making their decisions to make sure that process is fair and unbiased.
So like ensuring that AI isn't making choices based on prejudice or stereotypes.
Exactly. For us to trust these systems, they need to be accountable. If we don't understand the reasoning behind the AI's decisions, how can we trust them, especially when those decisions affect things like our health, education, or jobs?
Transparency is key. What other things do we need to think about as we move forward into this AI-powered future?
Data privacy is a big one.
Hmm.
We've seen how much AI relies on data, but a lot of that data is about us, individuals. We need to have strong protections in place to make sure that people's information isn't being misused or exploited. It's this balancing act between unlocking AI's potential and safeguarding individual rights.
Like AI is this super powerful tool, and we need to be really careful about who has access to it and how it's used. The potential for good is huge, but we can't ignore the potential risks.
You got it. The future of AI depends not just on the technology itself, but also on the ethical frameworks we build around it. It's a shared responsibility to make sure AI is being used to benefit everyone, both humanity and the planet.
Well said. As we wrap up this deep dive into AI in action, what's one key takeaway you'd like our listeners to remember from today's conversation?
I hope they leave feeling optimistic and empowered. AI really has the potential to tackle some of the world's biggest challenges and create a brighter future for all of us. It's up to each and every one of us to be a part of the conversation, to ask tough questions, and to work towards ensuring AI is used for good.
Couldn't agree more. And remember, you can keep this conversation going. Share your thoughts and join the discussion using hashtag AI in action.
It's been great diving into this with you. Until next time, keep exploring, keep those questions coming, and keep imagining what's possible.
That's all for this episode of The Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with another fascinating topic. Until then, keep those minds exploring.